Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show. It is time for Beer for Breakfast, brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Driving and Crying, playing tonight and tomorrow in the Soundgarden. You get your tickets. Go to coaches.net for more information. Now joining us in the studio, the beer lead over at Habersham on Abercorn. We got Vince. Vince, we've known each other for years, and I think out of anybody I've met, just beer-wise, you got to be the most knowledgeable person I've ever met when it comes to beer. You're always dropping knowledge. It's always cool to go in because you can always be like, what are you in the mood for? Going to point you to this, point you to that. How long has just you been doing this beer thing?
Well, I've been a home brewer since the mid-'90s, something like that. And job in a past life allowed me to travel around the country and around the world. Beer's easy. It's it's way easier to drink a bunch of beer than it is to drink Cokes or Mountain Dews or whatever.
That's how you stay so skinny.
Well, you drink enough beer, you can. It's not called a Coke belly for nothing. But I've just been doing it and love the variety. People talk about beer, and now more people are a little more aware of beer and things like that. But when you talked about beer, even 10 years ago, that was Bud, Bud or whatever. It was the fizzy yellow. Yeah. And now, God knows it, you go in a store now, you can see everything from clear yellow all the way down to a milkshakey.
Exactly.
Kind of electric purple and and who knows what.
Has there been anything that's gone like even too far for you, or like, nah, I can't do even this? Or are you just like open to anything?
I'm willing to try most of the stuff. There's some things I'm not really crazy into the milkshake or the over the top pastry stouts, but they do lend themselves to certain situations.
I get that.
Has there been a moment where you've been in Habersham and you saw someone walk up to a beer and you're like, please no, don't do that. Don't do it. Stop. And then they grabbed it and then they looked very happy and you just were like, thumbs up, like, have fun with that. Does that happen a lot? Actually, you don't see a specific beer or anything, but I'm guessing, does that possibly happen a lot to you?
There's so many beers there now. Yeah. You've got a dragon fruit guava mocha milkshake, or
that actually sounds delicious.
Pink lava sea salt and whatever. And they're good. The biggest thing, what I like about beer is you get a beer, you have a sip, clears your palate. Yeah. It's wonderful. I want another sip. And you just can't do that with 11%. That's true. 11% tropical mango smoothie latte. So
it does make things a bit difficult. Yeah, I agree with that.
It's tough too. And anytime drinking 7, 8, 9%, you're not going to the beach and drinking 6 of those. Right. You could crush it. You could crush the 12-pack. You could crush the 12-pack of the 4%ers, but you'll have a heck of a time going through 4 of those big guys.
Do you remember what your first craft beer experience was? Do you remember your entry into that world?
I don't know if I recall. Probably Sierra Nevada. Okay. He's been one of the OG, the original gangster on that thing, right? Except for Albion, right? 40 years, I think.
Wow.
He's been, I think 78 was, gosh, that's more even. But he's, Sierra Nevada, been doing it forever. Also, you always have the Guinness. Yeah. Your English beer that you've had. Oh, yes, I'll have another pint. So those kind of open your eyes to the variety and what else is out there compared to a light American lager.
And just to confirm, there are more things out there than Bud Light and Miller Lite, right?
There's a couple. Okay, couple, 2, 3.
Some people don't know that, and that's why it's always a joy to walk into Habersham Beverage, because when you walk in, got a liquor to your left, you got some wine to your right, and then at the end of the rainbow, at the very back of the store, you have this beautiful selection of craft beer, and you have this like shelf right there in the middle. It says, "These are the new beers. These are the new things you guys should look at and try." And that's the first thing I gravitate towards every time I walk in. And I used to not have that. And I'm so dumb-brained, I would just walk around the store and I'd be like, is this new? Vince, is this new? And then Vince would be like, leave me alone.
I know. I love going in there because, with the Mix 6 option at Habersham, it's just like, there's so many to try, and I'll never get to all of them. But I'm gonna do my darndest and get a Mix 6 and try a little bit of everything. It's a great deal. Now, with one of your gigs at Habersham, are you there the one picking out the beers that are coming in? You get to help. Are you deciding that?
I have the checkbook, so
Okay.
I get to pick the beers that come in, and obviously, you want to give love all around.
Right.
But I get to. That's one of the joys.
How do you base your decision, or what do you base some of your decisions on? I mean, obviously, probably hard to try everything. So, I mean, what are you looking at when you're bringing in new beer?
The who's making it?
Okay.
Obviously, breweries that have some history that's there.
Mm-hmm.
There is. You could kill yourself reading the hype stuff between the Untaps and the all the beer advocates and all the different sites that pop in there. But obviously, I know what is selling, and so we can look at what's continuing to sell. And every now and again, you might find one that you don't necessarily stack up 10 cases of something on a guess, but. If you get the right flavor, you can stack a couple.
Nice.
Is there any beer that you've wanted to bring into the store, but for some reason just haven't been able to get it, haven't been able to find it? It's just hard.
There are things that obviously with distribution laws and 3-tier, we have to have a distributor in town and things like that. And there are some breweries that we just can't get.
Yeah,
they're not here. Obviously, when they use their brain a bit, they serve their local markets and make sure their local markets are covered before they go and try and ship something across the country to Georgia or whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, we can bring the stuff in.
Okay.
As long as it's available.
Yeah.
We'll do those.
No, I love that, and there's always all kinds of options. So we're going to drink a beer here in about 3 minutes, and it's actually the first time ever, morning show, afternoon show, where we've had a home brew to be reviewed.
Yeah, this is really cool. I mean, you literally cannot get this in a store unless Vince is selling out of his trunk of his car.
That would be illegal, sir.
Oh, yes.
We do not do that.
Wink, wink. Yes, totally legal.
Breaking new ground next. Here's a day to remember. Everything we need. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show. It is Beer for Breakfast, brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. You can check them out at coaches.net. Driving and crying tonight and tomorrow in the Sound Garden. So you can get your tickets. In the studio right now from Habersham, we got Vince.
Hello.
We're gonna drink some beer, which I'm very excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time ever, whether it was the afternoon show or now the morning show, we've never had a home brew in before to try. So I'm very excited about this. What's the story behind this beer we're gonna drink?
So this is Pay the Preacher, and it was a beer that put together to pay the preacher when I had said my vows to my wife Barbara 10 years ago.
Okay.
And actually met at homebrew competition that was happening right around the time that the Craft Brew Fest over the Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And she got talking with her co-judge and found out, well, he's a pastor and he's from Cincinnati, and well, she's from Cincinnati, and well, he went to seminary in Louisville, and well, she's got a sister that lives in Louisville, and oh, hey, what are you doing in a month or two? And so we did it, and obviously, we did not exchange beer for any goods or services because that would be wrong.
Yes.
But this was a
gift to him.
A gift.
Yes.
To Reverend Andy.
Okay, so you've been brewing this for 10 years?
I've been tweaking this and playing with this for 10 years. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right, so I mean, is there any? It's an IPA. Pay the Preacher. Now, this IPA, is there anything crazy that you put in there? Is it just a traditional IPA? How would you explain?
It's a traditional IPA. It's going to be West Coast style.
Okay.
Well, almost maybe a little East Coast, but not New England.
Right.
It's got a little bit of crystal malt in there for a little malty sweetness.
Right.
A lot of hops, just shy of 7%, right around there. I did put it in the clear glass bottle, so if somebody's watching on the live stream about to give me hell about putting beer in glass bottle, it was thoroughly covered on the transport here. This was just my smaller
vessel.
growler type thing.
Let's do it. All right, let's pour. I'm excited to try this.
So this is Pay the Preacher IPA, a home brew from Vince from Habersham. He works on the Habersham on Abercorn, 4618, or excuse me, that's not the right address, but it's the one on
7927.
That's it. Some numbers are so difficult, guys. You have no idea. All right, yeah, holding up to the light. I mean, this IPA's got some good carbonation running through it. I mean, it's a nice golden yellow. Let's take a good old sniff of this. Yeah, you bring up the word malt. I mean, it's got a nice malty, slightly hoppy nose on this. I mean, is that the best way to describe it? Am I missing something, fellas?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe No, malty's good for it. I think that is the best way to describe it. You definitely get a little bit of the bitterness there. I mean, I think the nose on it's pretty solid. I like that a lot.
I did not dry hop this version of it.
Okay.
So you're going to get the bitters in there. You've got some aroma, obviously, but plenty of malty sweetness there.
It's not like overpowering. You'll get like you get with some IPAs that just knock you in your butt just when you take a smell.
Oh, absolutely. And once again, I was holding up to the light earlier, and on the live stream, it's a nice crystal golden yellow, clear, some light carbonation running through it. And with that said, cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Let's take a big old drink.
Cheers.
Pay the Preacher IPA. Good Lord.
Dude,
that is delightful.
The maltiness is right up front, and then the back end you get a little bit of the bitterness on it. It's almost it's like a ESB almost IPA kind of combo. It's really good.
Thank you.
It's so light. It's almost refreshing IPA, which you don't get a lot. A lot of times they destroy your palate and it's just way too much hop. It's really light and fresh, almost a little bit sweet on the front end, and then a lot of that malt on the back. I mean, it's oddly a refreshing IPA. I was not expecting that when I took my first drink of it.
Right. No, I think that's a very good way to describe it. I mean, it is. I love the maltiness of it. I mean, it's like I've grown to appreciate ESBs and the malty beers like that. So the combo of this is really cool. It's different. I like that a lot.
Thank you much. Thank you much. I told my brother I was brewing this again, and he goes, oh yeah. he took some to he had a party and took one of the versions down there at the beach, and the guys, they couldn't remember what it was called, but they always talked about sticky lips because you got the kind of the malt sweetness. I get the hops, and then.
Now you said you've tweaked this over the years. I mean, so what do you do to tweak it? You know, what are you looking at to improve upon as you go?
Probably the tweak mostly is just, well, what do we have in the cabinet? What can we, let's play with what hops are there and things like that. Originally, I think I had some oats in this one. Did not put any oats. This was all straight malt. Oh. Oats can give it a little bit, just a touch,
right?
But gives it a little bit of mouthfeel. I think the mouthfeel's right on this.
It's really solid. I mean, I really enjoy this thing. Never do I usually hammer all the beer before we grade it, but I think that's the case right here. So I guess on the beer scale of supremacy, on a scale of 1 to 5, Cotter, go ahead and grade out Pay the Preacher IPA, a home brewed beer from Vince from Habersham.
I'm going to go 3.75 out of 5. I really like this beer. I would drink it anytime you brewed it. You just call me. I'll come over.
Yeah, duh. The thing is, with an IPA like this, it almost drinks like a lager to me, or a Pilsner. It's so easy drinking, which is dangerous because it's like 7% or almost 7%, as you said. So this thing is almost too good to be true. So I'm gonna push it up, man. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 on this one. I really do enjoy. And once again, sadly, sorry for all you guys. Unavailable to you guys unless you bring a wheelbarrow full of cash, which I guess technically you can't do.
Don't be doing
that. If it got left on a corner and a bottle fell out of the bag on another corner, we could maybe do something. Vince, I'll talk to Bob.
Well, you will have to grade your own beer. I know you can if you want. Go all the way if you like. But on the beer scale of supremacy, what would you give your own beer, Pay the Preacher IPA?
I'm 3.95 on this.
Okay.
I love it, and I could go on there because I'll continue to brew this.
Yeah.
Reverend's going to get a keg. I meant to get it over to him on Wednesday, but I've got one going over to him here anytime soon.
Nice.
And again, just a super fun beer.
Yeah.
And like you said, super drinkable.
Yeah.
I mean, crushable. You have 2 or 3 of these in a night and going, maybe I probably should.
All right, so we're going to try one more beer. What are we trying next? We're going to do the Morning Smack?
I think we're going to do Morning Smack.
I love
Let's do it.
Yeah. I think because we're on the show talking smack in the morning, why not?
Okay, We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back to it. More beer with Vince. Beer for Breakfast brought to you by Coach's Corner, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. Thanks for hanging out this morning. It is Beer for Breakfast brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, driving and crying tonight and tomorrow in the Sound Garden. Get more details at coaches.net. We've got Vince from Habersham in studio today for Beer for Breakfast. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in. It's like we've been coming into Habersham for years now. I got kicked out of Habersham, years ago.
That's another story we told before.
I know, but it's good to have you come visit us because we come visit you constantly looking for new beers.
Wait, Cotter, is this the long game where you're actually going to kick Vince out? Is this revenge?
No, he helped me get me back in.
I know.
He helped get me back in. He helped get me unbanned.
I just thought it'd be really funny if this is just a real long game, just so you could kick out a member of Habersham Beverage from our studios.
No, well, it wouldn't be Vince. No, I'm just kidding.
It'd be Bubba.
All right, so what do we got next? This is something from Three Taverns, right?
So this is Three Taverns. It is called Morning Smack.
Okay.
There you go. On the stream, everyone watching.
Professional. Look at that.
I said bring 2 beers. So I brought 4, and we picked picked 2 to do on a show talking smack.
Yeah.
Why not do the Morning Smack?
Okay.
So this is a pastry stout from the guys at Three Taverns. What alcohol percentage is this one, Vince?
This one is 8%.
Ooh-wee. Ooh. So Three Taverns, I don't think we've had a ton from them before.
No, they do the Lord Grey, right?
Lord Grey, yeah.
That tea stout, that is so good.
That
sour, not stout, sour. I'm sorry.
And they have a couple variants of it as well, and it's really good.
Yeah, Sapphirus, Enchantress, Rapturous. They're all like Rapturous is raspberries.
Okay,
I've had that one. It's delicious.
Yeah, and then Sapphirus is guava, mango maybe, and
it's something
and
like that.
Lord Grey's Lord Grey's the Earl Grey tea.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Enchantress cranberries. Anyway, this one is an Imperial. Let's see. I'm going to read what it says. Pastry Stout Series. This is maple, bacon, banana, coffee, milk stout.
Okay.
Once again, coming at 8% alcohol. I mean, it's holding it up to the light. I mean, it's midnight. I mean, it's midnight inside this glass, black as can be. You can't really tell if there's any carbonation running through it because it's just so black. But sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Now I can smell the maple from here without even holding it up to my nose. You can smell the maple.
All right, let's take a big old sniff of this.
Yeah, it smells like pancakes. Ain't gonna lie. Just a big, fluffy stack of pancakes covered in syrup.
Yeah, you got a small hint of the banana, though. And Cotter, you're not a banana fan.
Not a banana fan. I'm hoping the maple and everything else, the coffee, there's enough of that going around that the banana doesn't kick me in the face.
Vince, are you catching anything on the nose that we missed?
Coffee.
Yeah,
yep.
a lot of
coffee's
coffee
in there, the roast going on.
Definitely.
You get the slight sweetness of the banana. You get some of that maple syrup there as well. I'm excited.
But it smells like IHOP or Breakfast House.
100%.
Yeah, imagine going in somewhere wasted and you're starving. This is the smell you want to smell for sure. All right, let's go ahead and taste this, gentlemen. Cheers.
Sláinte.
I'm very happy with this. I mean, you are breathing out a little bit of the banana. That's what you're breathing out, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
As a non-banana fan over there. Great coffee flavor from the tip of the tongue. You get some of the sweetness on the back end with the maple syrup. I mean, this overall it's a complex stout because you're getting a lot of flavor in a variety of ways. Yeah,
thankfully, I personally don't get a whole lot of banana. I get a lot of the maple. I get a lot of the coffee. Little tingy of like the alcoholiness, of
some alcohol burn on there, yeah.
But no, it's a really solid beer too.
Little smoky bacon.
Yep.
Just a hint of the. I don't get necessarily pork fat, but I get the like smoked bacon, maple smoked bacon.
It's so complex because you're getting all these flavors. Yeah. See, this is one of those beers where Cotter and I have always said it. If it says it on the can, I better be able to taste it. And if you're going to put like 12 things on there, then you've got a really tough job in front of you. But with Three Taverns here, I think they succeed with that.
It's good. It's not a hot mess. A lot of times when they put so many things in there that it becomes a muddy mess. There's plenty of beers out there that get that.
Yeah.
The New England IPA, that's one beef that I have with those. There are some that are delicious.
Right.
And the guys that are making those have been making the same one. And you see the same can forever. Heady topper.
Yeah.
We can't get it down here. Sorry, don't call the store. Can't get it. You have to go to
can. It's really good.
Yeah. But the stuff is distinct.
Yeah.
And some of the ones that get so milkshakey and stuff like that, somebody said those are beers for people that don't like beer. Right? There's hops that are there, but they're not there. There's malt that's there, but and it doesn't have that beery taste, if you will.
Yeah.
That has it. This is delicious.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good.
Yeah, playing the hide and seek game when it comes to beers. Don't make me do that. When I purchase a product, I'm purchasing it because you're telling me how great it is on the can, and I want to try it. So you better come front and center when it comes to the taste on a beer, and I think this has done it pretty well.
So on the beer scale of Supremacy Marshall, 1 to 5, what do you give this beer?
Man, I really do enjoy this one. Is this one available at Habersham Beverage right now? Or
it is.
Okay,
it is available.
It is in the new beer section?
It's still hanging in the new beer section just because it's been living there and there's not much left, and I don't know that there's going to, once it goes.
It goes.
On the beer scale of Supremacy, Cotter, I'm not going to lie. I really do enjoy this one. I'm going to give this one 3.85.
Okay.
Yeah, I really do like this stout.
I was going to go 3.5. I do really like it. I've had other breakfasty stouts like this that I probably like a little bit better, but it's still solid. Not hating on it, but yeah, 3.5.
Every drink is like I catch something different. Like I just caught some more smoke on that drink where I tasted banana on the first one. Like this one, like I said, it's crazy complex. Vince, on the beer scale of Supremacy, what would you give Three Taverns Morning Smack?
I'm going 3.95.
Okay.
I enjoy that. It's 8%. It's not so boozy. It's not so thick.
Exactly.
It's something you could drink that 16-ounce can yourself. Mm-hmm. And go through it. Some of them, you want to share that with 3 people and not visit it again tonight.
Right.
But you could drink that and have a good one.
Yeah. All right, Vince, sir, thank you. Long overdue to have you in to talk some beers. You're definitely welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah, you're a reoccurring guest now. You have to come on whenever we ask.
You're just like a part of the show now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, perfect. Beer for Breakfast, brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. You can check out the shows tonight and tomorrow, Drivin' and Cryin'. Get more details at coaches.net. Here's Aaron Jones, and take me away. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Hey, guys, it's Cotter and Marshall from Rock 106.1. Thank you so much for watching our stupidity online.
Daily. We appreciate it. So make sure that you like and comment and subscribe. It's down there somewhere. We're not exactly for sure. We do appreciate it. And, of course, more content always coming soon.